welcome back to Dan's Kitchen. Today we're going to make some Crunchwrap Supremes, and today we are going to use some tomato. I've got half an onion up here sliced. We're going to be cooking with black beans and some Mexican rice. So the first thing you want to start out with is a hot pan. I'm going to dice this up and show you guys. Half of this will go in with my black beans, which I'll cook over here. And then the other half will go into this pan, and I will saute them to go in the beef. This pan is going to be used for the Mexican rice. So pro tip on cutting tomatoes to make them like taco style is you'll take your tomato and you'll cut it like this, turn it, cut it the other way to where it flours like this, then you'll hold it together, lay it on its side, and then cut like this, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, this is what we end up with. These nice little squares and triangles. And we're left with the bottom of the tomato, which you can see where I hashed all the way down to this far down on the tomato. Now I'll just dice up my onion, get it on so it'll heat up and cook before we start mixing ingredients. Okay, I went ahead and cooked these, and I put a little bit of water in here just so that they don't dry out and burn. So my next thing is I'm going to cook this down a little bit to where they start to break down and get soft. Same deal back here for my beans. I'm going to kind of just cook these for a second. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the juice off the beans, right? This bean juice. I'm just going to dump that in here. So I just want a little bit of my bean juice in here. You can dump a few beans in there, it's not a big deal. I just don't want a majority of it in there because I'm going to put my seasonings in here. I got chicken bouillon. I'll put a little chicken bouillon in here. Going to put a little bit of garlic powder and onion powder. Even though we've got onion in there, I want a little bit more onion flavor. So here's my onion powder. Don't need a whole lot in there because I am cooking with onions. I'm going to put some garlic powder in there. Alright. And then let's see what we got going on in here, how much moisture we've got. Because what we're going to end up doing is putting probably a little bit of the can worth of water in there and then just cook it. And just let that simmer back there in the background while we're cooking our meat and our rice. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my rice on. That way it cooks. I got the beans on. They're going to simmer while we cook the meat in this pan. So you can see a lot of that water is evaporated. This onion's nice and soft. So now my meat's going to go in. And I'm just going to brown my beef in here. And then you can use your favorite taco seasoning for this. Okay. So now we're just constantly just mashing this around because we are browning the beef and we're trying to get the onion incorporated in there. So once you brown your beef, then you can add your seasoning packet and a little bit of water. I'm going to start incorporating this onion in here and get it off the sides. But you just constantly want to be stirring this because we want our beef to break up. We don't want it cooking as a solid. Alright, our meat is pretty much browned in the way that we want it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little well right here in the middle. You can see all that grease and everything. I don't take the grease out because grease is flavor. And then we're going to add just some of our packet because I don't want it clumping up. We're going to add a little bit of water to this. Kind of like our beans, we're going to cook the water out of it. So you can see here. You can see here, I'm just going to make this sauce right here. And then I'm going to kind of pull it down a little bit. Make that well again. Add the rest of my sauce packet. Usually you only need like a packet full of water to do this, but since I'm in a hurry and I'm filming, I'm going to do it at the same time because I got some water sitting to the side. And then we're just going to cook this until the water goes away. Alright, I've cleaned my pan after I put my beef in here. Okay, our rice is done. Our beans are done. I took the heat off, so I'm just going to let this sauce thicken up. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lay down a plate. And then I'm going to spoon in some of this queso. Like a little spoonful. Right there we go. And I'm going to take a spoonful of the ground beef. Okay, we got our ground beef in there. So now I'm going to put some of my tomato in here. So I just want to sprinkle a little bit of tomato in here. You can see that's how it comes out whenever you cut it. Then I'm going to take some lettuce, put it right on top of there. And then I want to put my sour cream in here. So I'm going to take a dollop of sour cream, fling it right in the middle. Alright. Now the last part, I'm going to take some shredded cheese. This is a 4-cheese blend. And I'm just going to put it right on top like that. And this is going to help hold the tostada. So you can get any brand of tostada. It's just like a big old tortilla chip. Then we're going to find the part that's got like the bowl part of it. We're going to put it in here and push down firmly. And then I'm going to fold it like this all the way around. Okay? And then I'll show you what it looks like whenever I get done cooking, because I'm going to cook it folded side down first. That way the folds don't open up whenever I flip it. And then I'll flip it and I'll cook the top side. And I'll show you in just a moment. And then we'll flip this and we'll have one ready to go. All I got to do is fold it, throw it on, so on and so forth, until I get enough to feed us. Alright, check this out. Okay, as you can see, I got the next one built. Here's the flip. Look at that. Look at that. Grilled. And that's got the cheese in the center here, melted. And this is crispy in here. So it's just like your Taco Bell Crunch Wrap. So I'm going to cook that until it browns on the other side. Wrap this one up. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. Just like that until I get enough of these made for everybody. Okay, this is the second one. Not all tortillas are the same size. This one overlaps a lot, whereas opposed to this one that I made here doesn't overlap that much. So that's what you get. That's the look you get. So I'm going to go ahead and cook all this up, and then I'll show you what it looks like plated. Okay, this is the finished product. You got a Crunchwrap Supreme, beans, and rice on the side. As you can see, I have a stack of Crunchwrap Supremes here. So, if you guys like the video, make sure you guys give it a like. You guys follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Daniel8Springs. You guys can follow me here on TikTok at Daniel8Springs. Also have a YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Daniel8Springs. This is Dan's Kitchen. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!